Hey lovelies, you're welcome back to Reviews and Recaps. Let's get into today's video. Today we're going to be talking about Martell Holt, who has been convicted for DV, harassing communications. If you're new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and tap that bell button right next to it so you know every single time that I post. And everyone, please like, share, and don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. Now let's get into today's video. I think at this point we all know that Mattel was arrested for domestic violence, harassing communications a while back, but what we did not know was when the hearing was and what happened. Now we have some information that is out allegedly. Now shout out to Money Making Melody fan page, because that's where I was able to see the news article. So I'd come across the story prior, but I did not want to cover it until I saw some sort of proof. Now, I will show you the screenshots, but let's go through it together. So basically, essentially what it shows is that Martell Holt has been convicted in the Municipal Court of Domestic Violence or Harassing Communications. Now, what we do also know is that he has appealed this decision. So I'm just going to read this part that says Martell Holt has filed an appeal to his conviction on a charge of domestic violence harassing communications. Now, if he was not guilty, would he be convicted? Okay, I'll leave that question up to you guys. And then it also says he was convicted in Huntsville Municipal Court on 2nd of May 2024. So that was really recent. And given a 30-day suspended sentence with 12 months of monitored probation. Now, let's stop here for a second. I don't think that's long enough. I don't think that's long enough for someone that tried to put out revenge plea against someone else. I don't think that is strong enough for someone who decided that he was going to get his side chick to get an Instagram page so they can post a video and pretend it's another man. I don't think that's enough time. Now, of course, maybe the courts did not have all of the evidence in relation to these other things and some alleged confessions by arionnecurry on Original Straight No Chasers page. Whatever the case may be, I feel like a 30-day suspended sentence with 12 months of probation is ridiculous. Now, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I just don't think it's enough time for something as serious as that. What if he put out the tape? Would we still have the same energy? Bear in mind that Arion has alluded to actually seeing the tape. So in some way, the tape was distributed. Now, of course, he may deny and say, oh, he didn't send it to her. She must have seen it on his phone, or she's lying, like he said on Tasha K. But the truth is, whatever the case may be, she knows of the existence of a tape. She alludes to the fact that she's seen a tape and then has said so many different things, right? There's also other people who have corroborated the fact that this tape exists, the fact that the whole plot, right? So if you remember Carson Blue as well, right? So I personally think, if you think about all of these things, it does not make sense that all he's going to get is a 30-day suspended sentence with 12 months of monitored probation. Not long enough, if you ask me. Now, I'm going to keep reading. It says, it was ordered to have no contact with the victim. I'm like, finally. Long may it continue, because he cannot or he should not be allowed to have any contact, even moving forward, as in there should be no contact whatsoever. It also says he immediately filed an appeal and asked for a jury trial. Why do you think he asked for a jury trial? Because he is trying to rely on his pretty privilege, in quotation marks. He's trying to rely on the fact that he believes that jury of his peers, especially if they've been exposed. And I feel like this is why they're probably putting out a lot of different narratives about the millimeters, right? I wonder if that is what the plan is, to sort of try to tarnish the image of melodyshari in the public, and also to try to tarnish the image of the millimeters, so that ultimately people outside looking in who may potentially be on the jury, members of the jury, may feel, oh, Mattel is not that bad. Oh, Mattel is just a good father that loves his children. Absolutely not. But I suspect it's within his rights to ask for a jury trial And I suspect that he's doing it based on the advice of his counsel, that he could potentially go on a jury trial and it could swing the other way. But the truth of the matter is, I hope it doesn't swing the other way, because you attached a picture. You are not just saying that is a threat. No matter how you slice and dice it, even if you're like, leave me alone, whatever the case may be, sending a picture in that way is DV, it is harassment. That is exactly what it is. Now, let's keep reading. He remains out on bond pending his appeal. It also talks about he was originally arrested in January 2024, and also talks about the fact that Love and Marriage is a reality TV show that has been around since 2019, focusing on African-American business owners in Huntsville and Alabama. Well, that is absolutely debatable, because I just feel like, how many people are really focusing on their businesses on Love and Marriage Huntsville? I'm going to say that. I'm going to say it with my chest. How many people have successful businesses? We're not talking about the people that are pretending to have successful businesses. But let's go back to Martell Holt for a second. Let me know what you guys think, but I am absolutely appalled and disappointed that all he gets is a 30-day suspended sentence with 12 months of monitored probation. That is absolutely so odd to me. I just feel like after all of that, like, we're not talking about someone that, it wasn't just a text message. There's been so many other things that this man has done. So many other things. Like, for instance, in my opinion, all of the evidence on Original Straight No Chaser is a lot of evidence, is enough to hopefully put him and Arion away. So I don't understand why he's able to get away with such a light sentence. Now, of course, some may say, okay, legally it's within the remit of what he can get. Yeah, potentially. But I just feel like there's so many other factors, like extraneous factors, which should make it a thing where they can push for a harsher sentence. I just don't think this is enough. And for this cheeky man to still appeal this like it's not a slam dunk, like it's not obvious that he was harassing her, is ridiculous to me. I feel like it's just another way for him to push the narrative even further. Because of course he can say, oh, he fought it, and it just didn't go right, and this and this, that. Because like, I just don't understand, what is it about that you are trying to appeal? You acknowledged in interviews that you tried to send it to her. Even the way in which you explained it, it was clear that it was meant as a threat. It was meant as, do this or stop doing this, or I will do this to you. So based on your own admission, you've basically made an admission of guilt. So I don't really understand why this is moving on and dragging on, and is going to drag on for another couple of months or so. Now, what I want to see on Love and Marriage Huntsville this season is them covering the fact that he was convicted. I want to see that in caps lock. Because they like to give us alternative narratives. Like, for instance, I didn't see people calling him out about the revenge piece situation. So it almost feels like everyone just wants to give alternative facts as to what really happened. So I want to see the fact that he was convicted on full display on the show. I need to see that in caps lock. Mattel Holt has been convicted for domestic violence and harassing communications. That's what I want to see on the show. Now, I also want to see the rest of the cast members acknowledge and accept that it was not just a text message. Because if someone did that to you or your family members or your friends, you will not appreciate that. So it's easy, because you're doing like Mel, for you guys to think it's okay for this man to get away with doing this. And so, in a way, I feel like, yes, there is some justice to the fact that he was found guilty. Absolutely. I'll put my hand up and say, amazing, guilty as charged, convicted. I love that. But I feel like I wish there was a harsher sentence attached. I wish he did not appeal the decision. Now, the fact that he's appealed the decision and wants it to be a jury that determines whether or not he's guilty, I do hope when he has the jury that they do convict him yet again and say that he is guilty. So that finally we can say, the judge said you were guilty, the jury think you're guilty, you are guilty, sir. We already know he's guilty, in my opinion. But at least now, after the so-called jury is appointed or whatever, then he cannot say he does not accept the admission of the jury. At that point, it would be slam dunk. So hopefully the jury also convicts him. That is all I have to talk to you guys about today. Now, I apologize if I was talking too fast. If I was talking too fast, just go over to the thing on the settings on the video and reduce the speed so it's a bit slower if it bothers you. Because I know some of you all complain about the way I talk and how quickly I talk. So sometimes when I'm really passionate, guys, it comes out so quickly and I can't help it. So, you guys do that with the speed, and if not, that's fine. But yeah, thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Tap that bell button right next to it so you know every single time that I post. Also, if you'd like to join the membership, is $1.99, so please make sure you join and we can have some private conversations behind the wall. And everyone, thank you so much for listening till the end. Don't forget to like, let me know what you guys think, and don't forget to share, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye.